Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So the news today is that Blankos Block Party has reached 1 million accounts. That's obviously a lot of people. The game has been around for over a year now. I think the first drop was the start of November 2020. So that's not explosive growth. It's not Axie Infinity growth. Blankos Block Party is, to be fair to them, sort of on a different trajectory. Technically, it's still in early access, whatever that means. I don't quite know, but they're slowly sort of building it up, and during the past year, there's been quite a lot of changes to the product, making it more sophisticated and more sort of accessible, I suppose. And there's been behind the scenes, there's been a whole bunch of stuff in terms of sort of payment mechanics and how different sort of kind of crypto rails have been integrated and payment systems, all that sort of stuff. But it is so it is a sort of a milestone. I sort of wonder how much of a sort of milestone it is. Obviously, I'm really committed to Blankos. I'm a total obsessive collector of the actual Blankos characters. I have to say I don't play so much of the mini games, but I'm kind of super into collecting them and really excited about what's coming up next. So we kind of see in this press release, they've got Michael Lau, who I don't know anything about vinyl toys, but he's as everyone calls the godfather of sort of physical vinyl toys. He's done all this sort of really sort of groundbreaking stuff around vinyl toys, and there's a drop called the Garden sort of series, and which is the Gardener series, I think, which is his sort of one of his famous sort of skateboard vinyl characters, and there's going to be three drops in that series happening. First one's happening on 20th of December. At it says in the press release, $100. Only available for 10 minutes. So that's sort of pretty cool. But it is interesting, I think, going back to the million sort of registered accounts. And one of the sort of issues with Blankos that I have is because they're running on their own private blockchain at the moment. They have an interface so you can see what's going on in the marketplace, but it's very hard to sort of pull. There's no open data on it at all. So you can't really kind of see what's going on behind the scenes. You can't see how many of those accounts are active, no matter kind of what, depending on what active means. But we do know that there are sort of there's about 77, as far as I can see. I may have missed some, but 77 Blankos NFT characters out there. Actually, the one that is the one that has the most mint, so the one that has the biggest series, is the one that's just dropped with Amazon. So if you're a member of Amazon Prime, and you also set up a Blankos account, you basically get a free Blankos called King Carrot, so a big sort of gorilla. And about 13,000 of those have been minted. So that's the most that's out there. The previous biggest one was about 12,000. Those all had to be acquired. The Amazon one has just launched this week, so obviously that will probably get up maybe 20,000, 30,000, who knows. But even in that case, that's a pretty small percentage. That would be like kind of, for the moment, it's like 1% of a million. So we can kind of see one of the sort of issues with sort of building these projects over a large period of time is you can get people to sign up, but Blankos hasn't demonstrated sort of what I call sort of crypto growth, where you just have something like Axie, where suddenly it sort of blows up and everyone's earning money. It's a different sort of product. You can't earn money directly through it. There's no sort of token mechanic for doing that. You can earn money by basically buying Blankos and kind of leveling them up, and so you can do this sort of mixing stuff, kind of remixing their colors and stuff. So there are ways of doing it, but it's not as obvious as Blankos, as Axie. Sorry. And in some ways that's a good thing. In some ways that's a bad thing. I think clearly you want products to have growth and people to be excited about them, and that comes with more open blockchain stuff. So I hope as Blankos moves towards more sort of open blockchain kind of ethos, it's going to have bridging to Ethereum. Although that was promised back in October, so but presumably it is happening at some point. This stuff is technical and difficult, but as that happens, I think you open up sort of the growth curve there, and particularly because on Ethereum you have a lot of collectors, so that sort of mechanic sort of comes into play. And also I think when the prices of these NFTs starts going up, you also then get you sort of bring in more people just to play the game because that's how it goes. So anyway. We will see what happens with Blankos. A million is good. I'm looking forward to the next drops, but it's still, I guess, a work in progress. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, covering what's going on in the world of blockchain. So keep it here. Thanks for subscribing, and see you again soon.